Hey everybody, what is going on? Hey Steven, how you doing? Can you hear me okay and everything? Trying to get my setup right here. Trying not to press any buttons. Oh, I'm doing something. There we go. Good, good, good. So to come in. Apparently I'm in the wrong chat room. Give me 1 second. I really need a bigger desk. YouTube, get to me. I give it a few more minutes and then I'll start. I'm just trying to get everything situated because with the stream app that I use, uh, I can't type in chat. So I have to go and pop out the chat in the normal chat room. Hi, Carrie. How you doing? Thank you so much, hon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping in, showing some love. There we go. Now we're all set up. I think I would do this before the actual event. Is it lagging at all or anything? Because it looks like it's lagging on my side, but I don't know. It might be because I have windows open. Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so today I'm just going to get started. Um, so today I wanted to talk about basically UFOs and aliens and all that good stuff. I'll give you a little backstory. First of all, I've never seen anything like that, but I've always been an enthusiast when it comes to that sort of thing, but never really fully in effect. Um, so I I guess what I'm going to do is I'll tell you my backstory. And if more people come in, or if you guys want to join in the chat, I can send you a link to have you come up on panel and talk a little bit. But I'll just tell you what's going on and what stemmed from years ago has now resurfaced in the last like year. So it's been a crazy ride. And I'm not one, I like to think of myself as a logical person. I don't jump into things lightly. And this is why I don't go down rabbit holes, because I usually, you know, I'll stay focused and go crazy going down rabbit holes. But so about 12 years ago, okay, I was big into my craft, which is witchcraft. Um so I was always trying to meditate because I have a very hard time with meditation. Now, mind you, back then, I will tell you one thing, and I kind of hate to say this on here because of the fact that my kids do watch my videos. But when it comes to my feelings and talking about stuff like that, back then, you would never hear me talk about this. Just because of the fact that anything that I talked about, which, and I'm not just talking about aliens and UFOs or witchcraft or anything, but anything emotionally, would be held against me. So I'll leave it at that. And I'm thinking you guys can kind of understand, hopefully, can understand where I'm coming from. Um, so yeah, I never talked about things out of the ordinary or even, like I said, my emotions. So back then I was into, like I said, 10 years, I'd say about 12 years ago. My daughter's 12, so maybe even 10 or 11 years ago. I was really big into my craft. And I wanted to try astral projection, astral travel. Okay. And I wanted to go see the Akashic records. Now, if you don't know what the Akashic records are, they're basically what everybody can basically relate to is like St. Peter's book at the Golden Gates, if that makes sense. Um, so it has a list of like your whole life, or it's supposed to have a list of your whole life, what's planned out for you, and such like that. So this is where I get crazy. Now, I don't know if I can't remember the total thing because so much time has gone through, or gone past, I should say. But um, I don't like. I remember laying on my couch meditating, trying to astral project, and then all of a sudden, I was astral projecting. Now, you can say this was a dream, that I fell asleep. You know, you guys take your personal opinions. That's okay with me. at this point in time. But I don't remember falling asleep. I don't, and this was definitely, it felt more real than a dream. And I'm sure you all, maybe have experienced something like this, but it definitely, in my eyes, was not a dream. Um, so when I opened my eyes in this, I'm going to assume it was an astral projection. I was above the earth. Okay, I was looking down. I could see the blue. I could see the ozone around or whatever around the earth. And I was up in space. Now, it was kind of a weird situation because whatever, wherever I was, I basically knew everything. I had no sense of touch. I had, I can't really say I had no sense of taste because obviously I wasn't eating or drinking anything. Um, I felt nothing but love and I wasn't scared. There was no fear. I didn't feel anything really emotional wise, right? So now I seen the Akashic records and they were floating and like it was so weird because it was like they were in outer space, they were in a bubble, but they were also like it was a book, like on a tripod, like a music orchestra, where you put books on to read them. I don't know what they're called, but a book stand. But around them were there these beings, okay? They weren't human, but I can't really describe them. Who is calling me right now? Hopefully that's not affecting the stream. I don't know who it is, but anyway, they were the only way I could describe them was, have you guys ever watched The Abyss? Matter of fact, I will show you what I mean. Maybe if I can figure this out. Give me 1 second to figure this out. Okay. It's going to be weird for a minute. Hold on. Okay. Did it come up? All right. So this is kind of what I saw, but it didn't have that like flowing blue. It was just a more rounder face, if that makes sense. Oh, you guys probably can't see it. It helps if I share it to the screen. Oh no, it's there. Okay, never mind. Anyway, hopefully that picture came up and you saw that. But it didn't have that. Yeah, The Abyss was a really good movie. I love that movie. But that's the only way I can describe those beings was that color, that blue. It was vibrant. It popped. Um, like I said, it didn't have that flowing thing. It was just a rounder face, but they were also see-through, right? So I woke up and I didn't tell anybody about that. I never told anybody about that, right? Um, in my later years, I told a few people, but I was very selective of who. Now, mind you, when you're mentally abused and you can't express your feelings because you feel like everybody around you will use what you say against you. Okay. So I'm not trusting when it comes to people, at least back then. Now I could give a shit. I'm over that. I'm whatever. But so back then, that's exactly how I felt. I wasn't trusting of anybody. My best friend, didn't know half the things I was thinking. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Um, so years later, I there was a select few that I did tell about, and I'm like, I couldn't describe the picture. All I could say was, it reminds me of the Alien and Abyss. And but matter of fact, it was that long ago that I couldn't remember if it was the Abyss or Leviathan, but it is the Abyss. But so fast forward to last year, right? Now, have you guys heard about the conspiracy theory that happened last year with the Malaysia plane that went down and the dude on Twitter um, got a voicemail? There goes my camera. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my droid cam does that. So, like I was saying, are any of you familiar with the conspiracy that happened last year with the guy on Twitter where he got a voicemail in um, a NATO phonetic alphabet? And if not, I'll what I wanted. I'll share the story. So last year on March 13th, a Twitter user by the name of Ty uploaded a screen recording voicemail he received. The voicemail features an automatic voice reciting of a code in NATO phonetic alphabet. It was translated to read, "Danger, SOS, it is dire for you to evacuate. Be caution, they are not human," and then a bunch of numbers, and then it started over. Okay. And I don't know what made me, something gave me chills about it. And like I said, I don't jump down rabbit holes. I don't. I stay away from them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm the type of person that if I know a certain alcohol will do something to me and make me angry or whatnot, I'll just completely stay away from it. I might like it, but I have the willpower to stay away from it, if that makes sense. Um, so anyway, he got this message and so it started this whole conspiracy theory about it says his tweet quickly gained massive amounts of attention, which eventually caused him to deactivate his account. The other Twitter users began responding with various theories, and Ty also started receiving unusual direct messages in Morse codes and other languages. Due to the one Morse code message, originally speculation was that the voicemail, serving as a warning, was impeding doomsday on April 18th, 2018. Obviously, this theory didn't turn out to be correct because we're all still here. But and it had a bunch of different theories to go with it. But and it also had to said another theory was that it was a voicemail message was from the Malaysia airline that flight 370 that disappeared March 8th of 2014. Like somehow the coordinates matched up to where around it would have crashed or whatnot. It was weird. So anyway, I went on Reddit and was going through all this. So and somebody had brought up the word Pleiadians, and I'm like, what the hell is a Pleiadian? What the? I don't understand what's going on. So as the person I am, I Google everything. When I'm researching, I Google everything. So as weird as it sounds, I Googled Pleiadians and it brought up all these pictures, obviously, you know, how Google does. And in one of those pictures was an alien being that I saw in my astral travel. I was so taken aback that I sat there just like this, staring at the screen so much intently that my husband, who was in the living room, he could see me, looked at me and said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Come here for a minute." So he walked over and I pointed to the picture and I'm like, "How did this person know what I saw?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Remember when I told you about astral travel and blah, 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 and I did all the things?" He's like, "Yeah, that was the being that I saw. How did this person get a picture of the being that I saw?" Well, that started the whole thing. So that was the first rabbit hole, right? Um, then basically I ran into a documentary. Now, for anybody that doesn't know Chad Kalick, if you've seen him on, he's been on Paranormal State. He's been on a couple of number of shows, but he's never like the founding person of that show. They call him in for advice or whatnot. Chad Kalick, if you saw him on Paranormal State, yeah, he's the heavier set guy, always wears a hat backwards, that type of thing. Now, even before he was on Paranormal State, I used to be a fan of his way back when. Like when I first found him when I was looking for places that I could watch. I didn't have cable back then, so I was looking for places to watch. I didn't have cable, but I had internet. Um, watch paranormal shows on TV, basically. And I came across his thing and watched some of his documentaries and that, and just I like the way. And believe me, I'm no way affiliated with him. I'm not friends with him. I mean, I'm a fan of his. But um, Chad has a way of telling a story, a documentary. He puts into words the way I think about things, if that makes sense. He's just one of those artists that I can I can definitely. He just knows what I'm thinking for some reason, if that's okay. And he looks at things the same way I do. So, yes, I have notes because I'm oh look a squirrel type of person. Oh look a shiny thing. So, give you a little bit of backstory about the second rabbit hole. In January of 2014, I guess, he was in an uh, on an Australian tour promoting his movie Blood Rain or Blood Red Sky. No, it was Blood Rain, I think. One of them, anyway. And he was touring with, a couple people, how they do, the conventions and everything. And he met this guy, Craig Powell. And he was up there doing his presentation. And Chad, he'll tell you in the film how Craig, oh, thanks for stopping in, honey. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. It'll be on replay if you want to watch it. It's just a story about how crazy I am. That's all, No. But anyway, like I was saying, he was over doing this tour, and Craig was presenting his paranormal stuff, and Chad was actually going to go out for a cigarette until this Chad goes, "This is what," or Craig goes, "This is what I found," and they popped up with this picture, and Chad said he turned around and was like, "There's no way that's real. There's no way that's real." So the first documentary that he does is Sir No Face. And I'll leave links if you would like. I'll leave links to his channel and his podcast and everything that's associated with this. It's called Sir No Face, and it is basically Chad trying to prove that what Craig caught was faked. I can't say that he was trying to catch him in a lie, but he kind of was. He wanted to know definitively if this was true paranormal. So the documentary goes on, and they show you what, Craig finds. And did I shut it out? Dang it. Hold on one second, guys. Let me pull this up because I'll explain it better what the movie's about. It's a documentary, not a movie, sorry. But I mean, it's really fascinating, and it leads to the ending of my story. See, this is why I like people like Chad Kalick who can tell a freaking story, and they're not all jumpy over like I am. But I want to get the story out there, and I want to get your take on this whole situation. I mean, that's what I'm on here for, because I want to hear all your guys's thoughts on stuff like this. You know what I mean? I want to hear everything, you guys. I'm a brain picker as it is. I have a lot of questions about different things, and I want us to be able to talk about stuff like this and have, no worries, or no, if that makes. Yes, I am a fan of hers. I love her. So, okay, here's what Sir No Face is basically about. I'm going to tell you the synopsis. Award-winning filmmaker Chad Kalick's Sir No Face documentary chronicles the bizarre events reported on Sydney's Harbour's Cockatoo Island and the mysterious circumstances surrounding the only known paranormal team in history to be officially sanctioned by the Australian government. Led by civil investigator Craig Powell and his West Sydney's paranormal research team, this mind-bending investigation. There goes my camera. Hold on, I'm coming back, guys. There we go. Okay, this mind-bending investigation would last in secrecy for nearly 2 years, in which addition to experiencing groundbreaking levels of paranormal activity, Powell and his research team members were successful in filming the countless events that defy all known rational and scientific explanation, including the first ever variable footage of a full body apparition in the definitively proves the existence of ghosts. As the must-see documentary for both skeptics and believers, Sir No Face is the single most important paranormal case ever documented and presented to the public. Okay. But you're like, but Missy, what's that got to do with UFOs and aliens? Right? I'm going to give you a spoiler. So if you don't want to hear, mute me right now. What they catch is basically a gray. Okay. Excuse me. What they catch is a gray. And he found out this by doing these after the film was made, about how he tries to discredit Craig. He really does. And tries to prove that this is faked, and he can't. you know. Um, so I'm watching this movie and I'm like, wow, yeah, that's definitely a gray. Okay, honey, no problem. No problem. Thank you for stopping in. So a lot of crap happens, and I'll link, I have all the links here. You can watch this one for free if you have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch No Face, or no, Sir No Face. And like what it just goes through Chad trying to discredit him and figure out what really is going on. So the end of the movie, there's a guy that comes up to him called the Tattoo Face Man and hands him this whole, and they'll explain it all in this whole thing that happens. And he hands him a bunch of documents in this thing and CDs and stuff like that. And it goes on to that, right? So then he's contacted, Chad is contacted, he makes the new movie, No Face the Gray, which is a good movie, and I'll link that here. That one, if I had extra money, I'd buy it for everybody. Or Two Face the Gray. Did I say that? I don't know. But if I had all the money in the world, I would buy all this for everybody. But that's the link to watch the trailer for Two Face the Gray. So he gets contacted after he makes this movie, Two Face the Gray, by this guy, Daniel David Skyfall. And it's weird how he gets contacted, and it's weird how, like, this guy claims to work for a dark agency in the government, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? And I wish I had better notes on telling the story, because there's just so much involved in it, and I'm like down this rabbit hole now. I'm down this rabbit hole, and I can't stop watching these films, and I want to get your guys' take, because Chad has a podcast, right? And he talks about what's been going on in Craig's life since the making of these movies, and it's pretty screwed up. It's pretty screwed up. So he gets contacted. I'll just put the links in here. Um, yeah, it's not. So, what's your take on it, Stephen? What's your take on it? So, this last link that I put up is Chad and Craig talking about what's been going on in their life, because he's in the middle of making another documentary about this. So this Daniel David Skyfall has made predictions. Like last year, I think last year or the year before, he told Chad about how all this UFO information was coming out and it's going to be mainstream media. And boom, it happened, right? That's what everybody was talking about with new sky, naval things with UFOs, how they're going to determine all this. The Tom DeLonge thing with, Alonzo talking about UFOs. It's becoming more mainstream. And this is where I want you guys to help me, because I tell you what this Daniel David Skyfall tells Chad. If you go watch the thing, you can obviously hear it for yourself. He tells it in a much better way. That his new predictions, the last predictions he has told him, was basically that Trump is going to be reelected, that they have already said that Trump's going to be reelected. He's the one that's going to disclose that we've had alien contact. And now here's the kicker, okay? He didn't say where. I think he said in the coming months. So who knows how long that's going to be. There will be a war in the Middle East, right? And on the eve of this war, there's going to be a fake alien intervention. Okay. So me and my husband, we get talking about this all the time. Two things. What if it's not a fake alien intervention and this Daniel David Skyfall, it's hard to say, I'm sorry, is trying to lead Chad away from this stuff? Like lead him away from saying it's all fake, but it's real. Or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Or we got thinking, and this is just throwing something out there, what if this whole Middle East war thing, because they want it to be a distraction, okay, right? This war is like a distraction. And what if the countries that are fighting become one, right? And all of a sudden it becomes a Mandela effect that it's always been one country. I don't know, that's kind of going off on a tantrum. But it becomes a Mandela effect in itself. Where we're like, no, it was two countries or two parts of a country, and now it's one. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on. So now I'm down in this rabbit hole with this UFO and this fake alien intervention. And I want to put it out there. I want to see as many people. I hope a lot of people see these movies, well, these documentaries. And I just want to put that out there to see if it really happens. I want to remember if this whole fake intervention happens. And if this guy, I want to know for myself if the guy's telling the truth. Not Chad, but this Daniel David Skyfall. And even Chad has a hard time believing it. But some of the things everything that this Daniel David Skyfall has predicted has come true so far. And I guess he did ask in an email, because they only correspond in email, and it's only on this guy's time, this Daniel David Skyfall. It's only on his time. Like Chad can't correspond with him and him get right back. He won't do that. So Chad asked, when is this fake alien invasions or intervention supposed to happen? And he's just waiting for an email back. But let me tell you something. I am so far down this rabbit hole, and I want your guys' take on it. Please go watch what I put up there, or watch everything. Like I said, when it comes to Chad Kalick, let me tell you something. I believe Chad so much that because I've watched him for years. It's not like somebody I just started following. I watched Chad Kalick. I've been a fan of his for maybe 15 years before he was on Paranormal State and anybody knew who the hell he was. I used to watch his team investigate stuff all the time, way back when. And yeah, so about 15 years, I've been a fan of his. And if I ever found out that Chad Kalick was lying, I wouldn't just be pissed. I would be hurt, if that makes sense. Because the guy has never done anything to make me believe otherwise. And like I said, he thinks like I think. What he did, if you guys ever watch Blood Rain, where he takes his group and puts them in different situations. and then puts them in a room by themselves just to see what happens paranormally to them under different circumstances. Like Mary Beth, he doesn't let sleep. She's been up for, I think it was 48 hours. And then he made her go in. He didn't make her, but he asked her to go into the room and investigate it for like an hour or half hour by herself, just to see her reaction, what was going to happen. Now, he went in as just an investigator, had paranormal activity happen. Justin, he made watch because he knows what makes them think. So he knows what he has to do to kind of break that up. So with Justin, he like made him watch this. I don't even know what kind of video, but it was crazy. It was just screw with his mind and then put him in a room to investigate in this haunted castle. And then he basically lied to him and Joe thought he was drugging him and put him in this room. So I mean, it the way he investigates things and the way he looks at things is very much. You want to know how? Well, he can say it better. If you want to know how my mind works, that's the guy to watch when it comes to that. So yeah, please check out those links. I'll put them in the description box below too, just in case it doesn't work on the chat. I don't know how it works with StreamYard and looking back at chat, but definitely check them out. And I'm going to have a discussion about what's your take on those situations. Hi, Sister Wood. How are ya? Thank you for so much for coming in. I love your products. I swear, my husband's going to be mad at me for buying all your stuff up. Doing great. Thank you. I feel bad that you're coming in on the tail end of this. I was just about to actually get off of here. Oh, you're very welcome. If anybody who's rewatching this or in chat, check out Sisterwood's products because let me tell you that, oh my God, they're amazing. They're amazing. I go live every day, Monday through Friday, for different things. If you go to my channel when I'm not live, not just my channel, it has a listing of what I do. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do tarot cards and oracle cards. Tuesdays, it's tarot cards. Thursdays, it's oracle readings. And then Monday, I have Monday Musings, which I usually talk about the paranormal. And then What If Wednesdays, like today, I do like conspiracy theories, UFO, alien, all that good stuff. And then Fridays, I do Freaky News Friday, which I go through and find all the weird news of the week and discuss it with all you guys. And then sometimes I go live to do the spirit box. And then sometimes I go live just to BS, you know, I get bored. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Hey, Diary, what's going on? How was you? Everybody comes in when I'm just about to get off the air. What's up with that? I'm joking. I know you all have a life because I know I do. Ah, was it a good nap? At least if it was a good nap, I'll forgive you. But yeah, if you want to rewatch the show, you'll see how crazy I am when it comes to UFO and aliens and all what my take of that is. And um, oh, well, at least it was a good nap. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Diary. That really sucks. But yeah, if you want to rewatch the show, I have the links. I'll put them down in the description of what I've talked about and what to be look what to look for. I tell you. Okay, I'm not a good storyteller. I'll tell you that much. I have the whole oh look a squirrel. There's so much information in my head that I go through on a daily basis that I can't get out in speech. I'm pretty new to letting my feelings out and letting my emotions take over and I'm pretty new to all that. So speaking is not my strong point, but it's getting there. I'm doing better every day. I don't use OBS. Check into StreamYard. That's what I'm using, and I absolutely love it. Check in. It's STREM Yard, YARD. That's what I use, and it's very light on your computer. That's what I love. OBS is too hard on my computer, so I had to find. It's what took me so long to get back into streaming because it was just too much. Yes, StreamYard. Yep, you got it. And you can have panels without going through Hangouts. Um, it's a new company. Yeah, it's a new company and it's really great. I love it. I love it. So I'm no way affiliated with it. I'm just checking out new stuff because I couldn't stream. This one, they're working on it right now. There's a little bit of a lag and they're working on it. They're trying to get it down. But for what it does to, it's so light on my laptop that it's so worth it. I'll tell you this, it's right now it's in beta and I mean, it's open to the public. It had a soft opening, but this is the first time without actually trying it out. This is the first time ever I've ever spent money on a stream app before I tested it. But I was had so much faith because the guys that make it, Gage and Dan, they're so transparent and they're so apt to answer questions. And there's a Facebook group and they have meetings every Sunday on here on YouTube of what they're doing with the company, what new developments they've come across, and it's awesome. I just love how transparent they are and how easy they are to get a hold of if there's a problem. But yeah, for sure, check them out. All right, guys, I think I'm going to jump off of here. It was a quick little live today, but hopefully you guys will rewatch it. Check out the links, and please, please, if you do rewatch this and check out the links and watch what I kind of rude to say watch what I want you to watch, but you know what I mean. If you want to, let me know because this is why I do this. I said this before earlier to Stephen. Um, this is why I do this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on things. I want to hear your guys' take on different aspects of things. This is exactly why I'm up here. I'm a picker of brains as it is, and yeah, I just love hearing everybody's opinions and thoughts on the whole matter of everything. Okay. Well, I do have a kind of a video up of not how to use it, but it's so self-explanatory. Let me tell you, if you've used OBS, because OBS is hard to use, OBS is hard to learn. This it will be no problem. Everything you need is right on your dashboard to share your how do I say it? To share your screen or apps that you have up that you want to share with live streamers is right there in front of you. Your invite code, if you want to have people up on your panel, is right there in front of you. It's phenomenal. It's so easy to learn. And I'm not a very patient person when it comes to electronics. Everything else, kids, dealing with stress, I mean, not that I like to, but I'm very patient. But when it comes to electronics, I'm not patient at all because they should work then and there. If that gives you how my mindset works. All right, guys. I do this every time. It takes me 20 minutes to leave. I have so much fun talking with you guys. But I'm going to get off of here, go have some more coffee, and do some more research. And probably the video that I shared was a free, well, if you have Amazon Prime, it's Chad Kalick's Sir No Face. It's a very good documentary, and I hope you watch it and let me know um, what you think and everything. But if you have Amazon Prime, it's free for you. Um, Other than that, like I said before, I wish that I had extra money to buy everybody a copy of these movies because I really want people to see them. And I'm no way affiliated with Chad, or I'm not friends with him or anything like that. I've just been a fan of his for 12 years. No, 15 years. 15 years. So anyway, like I told everybody, his mindset is the same as mine, how I look at things when it comes to everything, paranormal wise or not. So, all right, I'm out of here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And um I hope I get the chance to talk with you guys again. Like I said, I'm live every day of the week, except Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes, maybe. I don't know yet. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, I will. I will, Sister Wood, Sisters Wood. See, I need more coffee. I can't speak. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for stopping in, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.